Welcome back, Fit Fam. Today is going to be a little bit different of a video. I know that we've been showing you our lives and a part of our lives of working out, eating, the meal preps, and all the things that we're doing on our channel. One of the things is we're going to be upgrading things, whether it be lighting, audio, video, and today I have, as you can tell, some tech review, which is going to be our cameras that we upgraded from. So it's going to be a little bit of a tech review, and it's also going to be obviously about us, because as we do more and more, we want to get the video quality up, we want to get the audio quality up. And so one way we did that was, a quick way we did that actually, is we upgraded our camera. So today we're going to run through some of the things that we just upgraded to get that quality up from our old camera to our new camera. Let's go. All right, today, like I said, we're gonna review the cameras that we're currently using and that we were using in the past and how we're upgrading this audio. The reason I'm making this is because I was looking at some stuff online and I couldn't find anything online that was remotely great information on what I wanted to use for a new camera or for a beginner's camera. So if you're out there and you wanna vlog, but you don't wanna use your phone, and you're not sure what kind of camera to get, but you're still trying to stay a little budget friendly, and you don't want to go all out on everything. I have a few ones that, as well as, like I said, just tips we did to try to get a new camera. Well, here on my left is an a6000. So this one right here is the new unit that we purchased. Here on my right is gonna be the a5000. The predecessor to this is the a6300, and the predecessor to this is the a5100. Now, the thing is this, for the a6300, I didn't really look up specs and kind of go outside the realm of what's happening. But on this one right here, I know that the a5100, one of the differences is that it is a 24, I think 0.3 megapixels. This one right here is going to be a 20.1 megapixel. For information purposes, we're going to set this one aside and we're going to stick to this one right here. So the reason we purchased this one was because it was amazing bang for the buck. First of all, one of the things is it has a 3-inch 180 flip screen. Don't mind the dead cats here. The dead cats, what we did here was because we wanted to muffle the sound, because this is what we were using, and if you're into making film or whatever, you could do the same thing. So for a vlogger, this is amazing because this tilt screen is amazing for you to have. You turn it on, you're able to see everything that you're doing with this screen, and like I said, as you turn it, it will turn for you. It's a 20.1 megapixel. And it worked perfect. Our first videos were actually shot off of this. Our upcoming videos will be shot off of our new one, obviously. This one right here, we picked up for a great deal. On the used market, they're body only, roughly about $250 for the whole thing. They're going all the way up to about $350. But if you keep looking, you keep searching, you could find a good deal on these. If you look here, it actually is a detachable. It's called an E-mount lens. You can get an adapter to run some EF lenses from like Canon or whatever else you would want to use. But as long as you're grabbing an E-mount lens from Sony, it will plug and play. So the reason we actually went with the a5000, first of all, one was bargain. Market is going for, so that's why I picked up this one. It has no audio jacks, outgoing audio jacks. The jacks on the side of this actually are just a charging port. And I believe this one is an HDMI, if you can see. It's actually an HDMI out and a charging port, sorry. Your full SD card goes there. Your battery is down here, and it's, the good thing about Sony is no matter what you upgrade to, almost all the Sonys use the same battery. Now the one thing I did notice, and I noticed it's a Sony thing. I'm not sure if it's in the A series tend to overheat and they will turn off on their own, but it's nothing bad to where it's gonna fry the internals. They just have their natural turning, they just naturally turn off, which is okay. So now, that's why we purchased that. It was amazing, we loved it, and it was doing the job. The one thing that I noticed is we're gonna be in the gym a lot. We're doing a lot of different things. And what we wanted to make sure is that we have great audio. And like I said, we were trying to up our game in the video quality. So what in come the 6300. Now we picked up, again, I picked up this on a really good deal. I've been searching and searching, and I didn't spend a lot of money on this, but on the used market, these are going anywhere from $350 on up. So almost all the way up to about $500-600, because the only one that beats us out in this market is going to be the 6300, which is the newer version of this, like I said earlier. And we picked this one up on a really good deal, and it is the same thing as that, as far as it has a detachable lens, E-mount. It's also got a 3-inch tilting screen, but the only difference between this 3-inch screen is it actually does not fully articulate 180. So this one, you could look all downwards or you could shoot it upwards. So that way, as you're doing that, but it will not fold all the way 180 to the front. So as a new vlogger, I thought this was going to be a problem. I thought that was going to be the challenge that we were going to face, was how do I vlog with this not having a screen pointed at my face? Well, one, I found out that as that screen was up and fully articulated, what the problem that we had was we were staring at ourselves more than we were looking into the camera. Not a complete bad thing, because you'll learn to sit and you'll learn to actually get inside that frame without looking at yourself into this as a viewfinder. But I moved to this because not only did we not want to look into that screen as we were filming, we wanted to be able to add some better audio. Comes in our mic. So we were able to pick up a shotgun mic here by Sony. Now, the one downfall, this does not have the chute for any mic accessories, any external mic at all. So no matter what you do on this a5000 or the 5100, which is the, like I said, the newer version of this, you still can't get an external mic. Onboard audio, personally, I think is very good for being onboard audio. We're looking to up our game in audio and video. Moving to the a6000, we were able to get an MI adapted mic. The one problem with this is I have not found any mic out there that you can actually use on here besides the MI mic, which means it has this microchip pinouts that talk to the chute of this guy here. So you'll notice that inside of there is where this would go. And Sony builds 3 different microphones that have this type of system. And all 3 seem to have really good audio coming out of them as far as I was able to see. We picked up this one because we, again, found a really good deal. We picked it up at Best Buy. It was just on sale, and that's why we got it. This does not support audio through anything else besides that MI system. On this one, it's the same thing. We have a charging, and I believe that one's a HDMI. So that's all they have on this. The bottom does not have anything. The side does not have anything. So you cannot actually get any outgoing audio without this type of mic. So we went ahead and purchased it, and now we're able to set it up, and it's just that easy. So there's no extra wires, no nothing that you have to do to set this up. With this setup, we're able to get great audio out of this, as we were with this, like I said, but we wanted directional audio. We're gonna be filming in the gym, we're gonna be filming ourselves a lot. We wanted to make sure that all of our audio was captured, and it was amazing. We love this camera. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this camera. As a head-to-head comparison, I actually can tell you that from this one being a 24.3 megapixel and this one being a 20.1 megapixel, there shouldn't be any difference in HD video quality between the two. And if I'm wrong, put it in the comments below. But what I'm under the impression from all the camera knowledge that I have, which isn't very much, is having the 2 pixels is if you're trying to enlarge photos after they're taken. I see people online saying, I'm gonna show you a comparison between a 6000 and a 5000, and they're using quote unquote kit lenses. Every 6000 that I've seen on sale has this lens. Every 5000 and 5100 I see come with this lens. So I'm not sure what they mean when they say kit lens. If they mean kit lens as in, you know, it's a lens, just a basic lens that you buy if you're buying body only and then you buy that other lens, or I wonder if this one just comes with the camera when you buy it. But for this, for just basic quality, really good HD, not having to go out and spend extra money on any other lenses, these quote unquote kit lenses are amazing. They've done the job very well. It's an E-mount 3.5 to 5.6. It's a 16 to 50 millimeter OSS. And I'll tell you what, it's not the greatest in the world, but if you're starting your channel or you're starting to video, you're just your family or you're going out and filming things, this one does amazing. We've had no problems filming anything. The autofocus on these 2 cameras are amazing. I was going with a Canon M3. I wanted to go with a Luminex G7. As far as pricing, they're roughly around the same. The Luminex, nobody's getting rid of Luminexes on the used market for under about $400. It's really, really rough to find one. The M3s, you could find them roughly around the same prices you could find in between these 2. But the autofocus is what kept me with Sony, because no matter what happens, like I said, we had this articulating screen on this one, but when we moved into a newer camera that does not have 180 to where we could see all the way in front of ourselves, we have to be able to trust and rely that autofocus is gonna be amazing every time. That when we pick up the camera, point it into our faces, and we start to hit that record button and start going, that every time we do that, it's gonna work. And so that's why I wanted to stick to Sony when we did that, is because I wanted to make sure. As far as the menus of Sony, no matter which Sony that you choose to pick as a camera to vlog with, you are going to have the same menu. You go into it different, but you're gonna have roughly about the same type of things inside your menu. This one comes up with this, but once you get into it, you'll see that it all has the same layout, no touchscreen, obviously, which the EOS M3 does have a touchscreen. But like I said, I wanted autofocus to make sure I had no issues being able to capture myself. Like the G7, like I said with the G7, really bad autofocus, worst on the market for the price. But it had a 4K display, but that doesn't matter if you're not gonna shoot in 4K. As long as you're gonna shoot in just regular 1080p HD, I wanted to stick with Sony. And like I said, the menus are roughly about the same as you've seen there. And when you go into this one, you're gonna notice that the camera menu, so the menu button's here, but it looks identical to what you just seen. So you can set all your things, and again, not touchscreen, but it is not a problem that I have seen. Now, one of the next differences is if you're into photos, this has what it's called 1440K dot electronic viewfinder. So it's an electronic viewfinder. You're gonna put it to your face and shoot. Your 5000 does not have that, but even though that the 5000 does not have that, in the back is the 3.3 inch screen is your viewfinder. I don't find this to be bad, but also I'm also not a photo taker, so we're not using these as for photos. We're using these for video vlogging only. So the viewfinder to me means nothing. So you would have to decide, are you gonna take photos and that viewfinder matters, or are you just gonna vlog and you need that screen to make that 180 flip, so that way you can see yourself, make sure you're framed, and do everything you can to get a good shot. I personally wanted same video quality, but I wanted to have the capabilities of having great audio. That was one of our biggest deals. Alrighty guys, I know that was a lot to intake, and I'm sorry for the different video, sorry for this long video. It's not our normal length of video, but I just wanted to bring you guys along to see the new things that we're doing to make our channel better, our audio, our video better, and just upgrading, and also give encouragement to somebody else out there that wants to start a channel that is in a budget, needs to be in a budget-friendly camera, or they have a little extra money and they want to splurge and spend and try to get something good. And so I just kind of wanted to give knowledge out to people that were looking to either start a channel, get a camera that they just video their family or whatever they want to do. And I know it's going to get a little nerdy on this part, but bear with me and kind of run through it. And I just want to break it down. So the first camera we purchased was the Sony a5000. It is a 20.1 megapixel. I only wrote the 20, but it's 20.1. The ISO is a 100 to 16,000. That is low light. And if you switch out your camera lens, you could always alter how this is. But as a body, this is what it says on all your spec sheets. It has a 3-inch tilting screen. And what that is actually a 180 tilting screen. So like I said earlier, more of a vlog style, so that way you could hold this up and actually vlog yourself, see it as you're doing that. If you're just worried about shooting photos and you want to shoot photos, it has a 4 frames per second continuous shooting. It actually runs in 1920 by 1080 video resolution, which means you could run full HD as you are videoing, which is important if you're trying to upload to YouTube. If you're uploading to YouTube, you want to be able to have full HD capability. One thing I think is kind of gimmicky, it wasn't something that I personally liked, and that was the built-in wireless. The built-in wireless gives you all the functionalities of being able to leave your memory card in, send all the information to a phone, a laptop, whatever device at your desktop, whatever device that you're trying to edit off of. The thing I didn't like is that it took an awful long time just to get photos onto that. So to me, it's a little bit gimmicky. And so what I like to do is I pull out the SD card and plug it in and actually run that way. This as a complete vlog setup, the way it is, battery, memory card, as a complete unit with this lens is 13.04 ounces, which means it's not very heavy. So if you're having to hold this out on your arm or with a tripod for any extended period of time, 13.04 ounces isn't very bad, which is which actually is a plus in my book for a vlogging camera. Now, for our new setup, here we have the Sony a6000. It's a 24 megapixel, so it's a 24.3 megapixel. And the ISO on this one is a 100 to 25,600 ISO on the body, but it can expand up to a 51,200, which I'm not an expert on the ISO and making that work and doing all those things. But like I said, if you get a new lens, you're able to make these numbers change and do different things. I'm not an expert on that, and I'm also not shooting photos. I'm only using it for video, which I know your ISO still is something that happens in video, but I'm not expecting to be in anything too low light. And if I am, I have these soft box lights here to provide extra lighting if I have to. This also has, like I said, the 3-inch screen. The only problem is it's not a fully 180 articulating screen. It's only a 3-inch that comes out enough to where you could, if you were gonna do a high shot or if you were gonna do a low shot. So when you're actually vlogging, you can't see yourself. So you gotta trust yourself that you're gonna be inside that frame while you're actually vlogging. Difference is this is gonna have a 11 frames per second continuous burst when you have this on. But if you notice that the video resolution is identical. This is a 19 by 20 by 1080 video resolution, which means it shoots identical video to the 5000. Same thing, I thought this was very gimmicky. I didn't try it on here because I thought it was gimmicky on this side, so I didn't even go for it on that side. Don't care about it, pull out the memory card, plug it in. I don't care, I'd rather do that, get it done faster, especially if I'm uploading and trying to get this going. This one, set up without the mic. I didn't do it with the mic. I did setup for setup if you were gonna go onboard mic on this only. is 16.07 ounces. So holding this out, tripod or in your hands or whatever you're trying to do, trying to vlog, is gonna be a 16 ounce, which is a significant difference, believe it or not. The 3 ounce difference in the two cameras is actually makes a big difference. To me, I don't care that it's gonna be heavier. I'll change my angle, I'll set it up somewhere, I'll do something different. But it does make a difference if you're gonna be a heavy holding handheld vlogger. If you're not gonna be that way, it's still a toss up to whatever you wanna do, like I said. And then here goes that 1440K dot electronic viewfinder, which is the little viewfinder. So if you're somebody that wants to go and do photos that way and look at your viewfinder, that's what that has. Obviously the 5000 doesn't, you have to use the screen. If you want to use the screen on this one, you can use the screen. It has no issues with that. It's an amazing camera for the bargain for what you pay. I went on the used market for both of these. I think that they're awesome for the used market. If you have a safe, secure way of purchasing these from somebody on the used market, I would highly recommend either camera. If you're more driven towards trying to find good audio, I would run to this one only because if you want directional type audio, you can get Bluetooth or you can do a different directional where it's a multi-direction mic that you could put on here. Like I said, the only reason I would have strayed away is if I didn't do my research on how to get a good audio system out of here, knowing that I had to use that Sony system, the multi-integrated system that Sony has, I would have strayed away from this. But because I figured this out, I realized how much I was gonna pay, I factored it into what I was gonna do, that's why I went with this one. But if you want something that plugs in, your Canon M3s and your M50s are gonna have external plugins. If you're not worried about the external mics and you just want to be able to turn it on, start shooting, run with whatever you're doing, be able to see yourself in a vlogging fashion, like I said, this 5000 or 5100, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're a beginning vlogger, you don't know what equipment to get. This is something that you can pull out of the box, turn it on without the dead cats and all. You could turn it on, start vlogging, and you're gonna have an excellent video. Your quality of audio is going to be good. Your quality of video is going to be good. You're not going to have any issues. You're not going to have any issues uploading. You're not going to have any issues with recording and seeing yourself. It's an amazing camera for what you get. And if you have to go to Best Buy, buy one. They're in the 400s. You might be able to find one on sale. But like I said, amazing, amazing quality out of both of these cameras. I'm very surprised, but I'm very excited that I got that quality out of these cameras. And I can't say much more about that. And like I said, it got a little techie, it got a little nerdy, and I'm sorry for that. But I just wanted to kind of bring you guys into the realms of what we're looking to upgrade our channel, move forward, and do the things we do. Plus, I wanted to be able to put something out there for somebody that might be looking or be in the market for a camera, for either photos, videos, vlogging, whatever it may be. And I just kind of wanted to give a little bit of information and insight to what you can expect out of these cameras. And like I said, I believe that they're amazing cameras. If you're in the market, you should look for an a6000 or a5000 or 5100 or 6300, whatever your budget allows. But if you're in the market for a Sony, or you are debating to get a Sony over a Canon, over a Luminex, or whatever you're looking, or a G7X, I personally highly recommend them, especially because of the price you pay for the quality you get. The usability that they offer is amazing. So I appreciate you guys for sticking through, watching the video. We will have our normal videos up here pretty soon where we're gonna have some more workouts. We're gonna have more recipes, more tips and tricks, more things that we like to, more information that we can give to you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and stick around for the next one. We appreciate you guys. See you later.